is YouTube right for your business? This is the biggest question you probably should ask. A lot of people say yes, but we want to make sure that you have the momentum and the dedication it takes to actually grow a YouTube channel. So here are some questions to consider. And whenever you're starting something new, obviously, I always tell people to self-reflect. As a teacher, I used to always do that with my students anyways. It's like, make sure this is something you're dedicated to do. What is your overall goal for building an audience on YouTube, right? I wouldn't just do it just because it's fun, especially you all have beautiful businesses. And so being intentional with everywhere you put your attention is important. What offers or offer, it could be just one, do you have to sell online that can hit everyone around the world? And we'll talk about different options to consider later on in this presentation. Then, are you willing to create video content, long and short form, because YouTube has expanded into short form content to enhance your online presence? And then, are you also willing to commit to the platform long term? Because we'll talk about big misconception when it comes down to creating a YouTube for your business. But just know that's a hint of what you have to do in order to even commit to a YouTube platform. All right, so why YouTube? Why would YouTube be a good fit for your business? Well, YouTube is the only platform that actually continues to push content on evergreen. Now, there are a few other options, and we'll go over that in a few minutes, but YouTube is like the evergreen machine, okay? It's actually categorized as a rich media format. Rich media just means that it continues to build momentum for your channel or content without tending to the platform. So you upload a video, and if it gains traction, you really don't have to tend to it. It just does it on its own, versus like a post on Instagram where now they're doing Instagram Reels, and maybe you'll get a 2-week window, but after that, the content is basically dead and won't be pushed any further until you make another one. So YouTube is like, no, once you create a video, it's like, oh, it just keeps going and going and going, and sometimes forever, okay? YouTube is actually owned by the #1 search engine in the world, which is Google. So which just means that YouTube is a search engine. Okay. A lot of people like, oh, they see all these vlogs and pranks. Like, that's great. I think some people just got lucky. But you have to think about what are your ideal clients searching online? Okay, more than likely they are searching for a problem and they're looking for a solution. And that's why YouTube channels grow when it comes to building a business on that platform. Millions of creators are joining the platform every single day. So I want you to not have a limiting belief of like, well, it's too late, or it's, so many people are on there. That's just scarcity, and it's a limiting belief. Like, don't even believe that. Anybody can start right today and still make your business grow phenomenally, as long as you're dedicated to do so. As your channel grows, your monetization also grows, which just means it's another source of income. And I'll show you a screenshot of my channel because it's usually very low, and depending on your niche and your content depends on how much people are paying for ads to get in front of your audience, if it does get monetized. But it's another way to get paid while you also leverage YouTube to build an online business. So you got technically 2 sources of income using one platform. YouTube also reaches about more than 30 million every single day, and 5 billion of videos are watched daily on YouTube. So they say we have 7 point something billion people on this earth. Well, 5 billion of those people are on YouTube watching videos. I think that's a good a platform. And I think this is the biggest platform where it has the largest audience outside of your TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and all these other social media platforms.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So any last thoughts or tips that you wanted to share? Definitely, I love how you shared that everyone can just find you at My Inspiring Designs. I think the consistency and the simplicity. I wanted to say too, that was something else that you shared that I thought was just really powerful and impactful, to find what people are searching for and to make it better. And that one of the best ways you can make things better is to make things simpler. That's definitely something I know for this audience is crucial, because for this audience, a lot of times the real problems that people are struggling with in this high-end space, they're not necessarily struggling with the money. They're struggling with the time and they want the efficiency. So if you can do something to make it simpler, to make it quicker, easier, more streamlined, that's a huge way to add a luxury benefit that people will really value. And it's a way that you can maybe even start to search out what kind of videos are already doing well on YouTube and think about how I can take that and make it better.
Yes, I
Beautiful.
totally agree. I think because I understand as a teacher the way people digest information, and doing so much research behind just how the development of kids and their brains and on a psychological level, like you can't overdo it. When you like everybody wants to throw so much information because you're an expert, when in actuality, it's the small digestible content that keeps people wanting more. And that's the goal. So creating simple wins, quick wins, and just meeting people where they are is ideal on YouTube because you don't overwhelm them and they feel inspired and motivated by your content and they look forward to it, whether or not they book, right? Even if they are a subscriber and they're a viewer, they're still technically helping you with another source of income by watching, which is the AdSense or Google AdSense. So, and it just depends on your click-through rate, and each channel, each niche is very different. Some are higher. I think if you talk about money, you have a higher chance of getting a higher click-through rate AdSense versus someone who's not. Like that's why all the money gurus on YouTube make a lot, like sometimes millions of dollars because they're putting out money content. But all in all, yes, keeping things simple is something that is going to be appreciative. And then saving time, and I'm all about that efficiency and saving time. Like I don't want to waste people's time. I rather just let you know, hey, keeping things 3 tips, 5 tips, okay, 5 mistakes. Like I like those kind of numbers, and then just wait till more, keep them wanting more, and people will show up. And it saves you time and valuable. But I just think that YouTube is a valuable tool. It does take time, though. That's what I will emphasize. It does take time. Some people might be lucky, though, but those are exceptions. I think it does take time to see the growth, and if you're in it for the long haul, it will reward you in your business.